We're three. All right? Together, we're strong. Isolated, we're crumbling. Same as Sticky Jack out there. He's gone by himself. That's where he got into trouble. We're a gang. We're a family. We stick together. Do I make myself clear?
All too clear.
Like mud.
Very good. Very good.
Hello everybody and welcome to the stream of chaos. My name is James and I am the keeper for this game of Call of Cthulhu. Today we are playing Missed Jews. Missed Jews is an awesome scenario from the Call of Cthulhu Keeper Screen pack. It is filled with gangsters. It is set in 1922. It is incredibly exciting and I am joined, as I always am, to play through it by this fantastic cast of folks. I'm going to get them to introduce themselves in just a moment, but first I'd like to thank Roll20 and Sirenscape, tools which we use to improve our game. Without further ado, let's go through all of the fantastic cast of players. Dave, do you want to start us off?
Absolutely do. Are we also introducing characters?
Yes, please do.
Hot dog. G'day, I'm Dave, and I am playing Wesley Smood O'Grady. He says it unironically, everyone else says it ironically. He is a rat little bastard, and he has his eyes set on seizing control of the gang.
Exactly, and I'm sure that's going to go completely fine. Gangs are famously easy to control.
They're flexible.
Exactly. And Art, do you want to jump in?
Hey, I'm Art. This accent's going all over the place today, but I am playing Eddie Leitch Kelly, one of the two Kelly twins.
Fantastic. And straight across to the other Kelly twin, Jackson, would you like to...
I'm Jackson, and I'm playing Wendy No Nonsense Kelly, who is a largely built with dark curly hair and dresses like a man.
Fantastic. Yes, the two Kelly twins.
Oh, yeah. Should have said. Eddie is apparently gaunt looking with high cheekbones and thin lips, has an appearance of 35. He is an ugly fuck.
Oh, wow.
Unappealing fellow. I like him a lot.
What's your nickname?
Leitch. I said
Leitch.
Leitch.
That ain't a word.
Leitch?
What's a Leitch? Oh, Leitch. You should have said so.
He's saying Leitch, not Leitch.
Yeah, no, I got it now. I got it. Leitch, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, Leitch.
As you can see, the cast has gone all out with some fantastic gangster outfits, from toothpick to ties to suspenders, and we are going to be throwing out some of the best gangster voices you have ever heard. So buckle up and let's jump in to Missed Jews. So it is Thursday morning on October 26th, 1922. A lot of the time at the beginning of a Call of Cthulhu scenario, you can kind of throw that out and it's not important. This date is important, not because it's significant in a historical sense, but because it's really important to know what day it is in this scenario. So remember, it's Thursday, October 26th. And for the lot of you, you're very concerned it might be the last day that you spend on this planet.
Oh, shit.
You have been called in to the offices of the Hammer. O'Leary, or the Hammer, is one of the new up-and-coming lieutenants who works for the Irish mob. The Hammer is a famously vicious mobster, and he controls a lot of the crime in Arkham, where the collection of you reside and ply your trade as criminals. Now, in recent times, the collection of you fell afoul of O'Leary when some work that you were doing went wrong. You performed something that was impolite given the strict rules of the Irish mob. In one way or another, you've fallen out of favor, and the Hammer's usual response to this kind of situation is to have you all whacked. So you're not feeling particularly confident as the collection of you assemble outside the bakery that O'Leary uses as a front for his illegal activity on South French Hill Street in the city of Arkham. As you are converging on this fine morning, can I get each of you to describe your characters? Tell us a little bit what they look like. Of course, you've given us a detailed introduction as you introduced yourselves. What are they wearing? What's their demeanor? Who wants to jump in first?
Sure, I will jump in. Yeah, I'll do the thing. Eddie is, what's his? He's like tall, lean, very like forgettable. Like he's one of those people that you look at and you're like, oh yeah, like incredibly forgettable. He is wearing. I would argue he's wearing very similar to what I'm wearing now, except probably a bit grubbier because I freshly launder my clothes. Eddie does not. Eddie gives no shits. And also I reckon he's probably got some like nice supple leather gloves going on for keeping the fingers nice and warm.
Good to know. You said you look pretty normal. Do you read as a thug or do you sort of read as a standard passerby?
I read as whoever and whatever I need to read as in the situation.
That's good. Versatility. I like it. Are you arriving with your twin or will you be arriving separately?
Oh no. Wendy's here. Always.
All right, fantastic. In which case, let's jump across. Please, Wendy, tell us about yourself.
You're muted.
Oh dear, such a shame.
Oh, well. Wendy is a gangster of few words, apparently. No, that's not true. She is no nonsense. It says right there in her nickname, Wendy, no nonsense, Kelly. She's tired of being pushed around, and so she never leaves home without her shotgun. And it's very hard to start nonsense with someone who's always a hair's breadth from triggering a shotgun. That's what you got to know about Wendy.
So how are you bringing the shotgun with you? Are you leaving it in the car, or do you have like a giant oblong violin case next to you? Are you going to bring it into the meeting with O'Leary? You might need it.
Nothing wrong with a violin case. That's a classic. We'll go for the violin case until I think of something better. But my character sheet says I never leave home without it. So I'm going to take that to read. It never leaves my side.
Okay. So the violin case is probably a little small unless the gun is broken down. So I'll assume it's currently broken down unless you want to be hugging around like a trombone case. Or
I was thinking, yeah, like a trombone case would probably do it.
Okay.
Again, until I reserve the right to come up with something better.
What, a musical instrument transport device at your side. You are strolling towards the bakery with a feeling of growing dread rising up in the pit of your stomach as from across the other side of the street, Wesley.
Yeah, so Wesley goes all in on this kind of gangster shtick. He thinks it's pretty sweet. He likes the cred he gets for free by running with a gang. So most recently, he was turfed up in like a cafe nearby, legs on tables, drinking what he could get. Very comfortable. He's a young fellow with like slick backed hair and a suit that's too big for his frame. He has a pistol like slung under the jacket, and he keeps on letting it hang open so people can see it because he likes the reaction he gets when people know he's packing. And he'll turn up as late as possible to this meeting, thinking it looks cool.
Okay, fantastic. So you seem like you're not too concerned by what O'Leary might have to say.
On account of I'm stupid.
Okay, exactly. Perfect. You reckon it's all fine. So, the twins rock up first, and the two of you arrive at this bakery. You know that O'Leary has a office out the back, and the bakery is basically a front. The collection of you are told to stand to one side. There's no seats. This is a come in, buy your goods, get out bakery. They don't want people hanging around where they could potentially overhear illegal activity. So you kind of just hover awkwardly. Occasionally, one of the bakers, noting you there, will come past and offer you a scone or some kind of baked good while you shuffle your feet. You get the feeling that a lot of people have stood in your position. In fact, there's probably marks on the floorboards in the corner for where people have nervously shuffled, awaiting their meeting with O'Leary and the punishment he was going to inflict upon them. You're kept waiting for quite a while, which means that fortunately, by the time you arrive, Wesley, no one has summoned you yet. So you're not going to appear as if you've been late to anyone but the other investigators.
Good.
Let me ask, do the three of you know each other, or have you met once or twice in passing? You've all been called together to meet O'Leary, but this might be the first time you've met.
How big's the gang?
By which you mean, assumingly, do the twins know know David's character?
Yes.
Have you guys met? You look very similar.
Funny about that.
Exactly. So have you met Wesley, the two of you?
We know
maybe.
him.
Surely
Yeah, maybe
you
just
would have heard of me.
we've heard all the stories. Yes, only the bad ones.
It's good. That's most of them, so it's consistent.
All right, fantastic.
How big is the gang, Jim? Like, would we have run together? Is this like big? It sprawls across. What city are we in?
You are in Arkham, specifically. The cat bounces around the room.
Cat wrangling.
Cat on a set of drums?
I use bookshelf bookends and to build a small barrier on the edge of my desk to keep him from jumping up here. So I was just assembling that, and he promptly knocked it over.
The gang's pretty big. It spans the whole of Arkham, and then people inside Arkham will pay respects up to other families and other groups in different cities. Specifically, O'Leary is a lieutenant inside the gang, so he owns a section of Arkham. He's a relatively new lieutenant, and in fact, can I get you all to make an education test? This seems like the perfect moment to do something like that.
Change your names.
Oh, yeah.
In rolls 20.
Rolls and 20s.
Ah, that tracks.
Education? Do I have an edgy? Oh, yes, I do have an edgy.
No nonsense, no sense neither.
No senses of
outstanding.
Any kind. All right. Okay, so clearly this is why you're in trouble, because you fail all of your education roles as gangsters. So you would know enough to say that the boss is Albanian, who owns all of Arkham. But beyond that, you are mystified. You're not even quite sure which quadrant of Arkham is owned by O'Leary. You just know that the word was put out that you got to be here, so you got to be here, and that's about the end of it.
Let's get it done.
So, the collection of you come inside. And you're waiting at the side of this bakery for quite a while until at last this big, huge, thuggish looking guy comes out from the back where the bread is being made. He's wearing an apron that has like flour stains on it and looks nothing like a baker. This is clearly a gangster who's been put in an apron, and he gestures for you to come in. This way. Leads you through, weaving through rows of, freshly cooked bread past some ovens until you come through into this roomed to one side where the illusion of a bakery is immediately pushed away, and you are in a rather nice office. The big man goes to stand behind a desk at which is seated O'Leary himself. This is a vicious looking man. He's a kind of small, but very, very stocky, with short, dark, curly hair and intense eyes. He's got a newspaper to one side and a cup of coffee on the other. And in his hand, kind of playing with it, is his namesake, the hammer, a tool he likes to use to inflict punishment on those that have wronged him. People like you. As you walk inside, he says, "Well, look who it is. Oh, I'm so glad you could join me. First of all, you met these people, Nails?" He turns towards the person behind him. Nails kind of nods once. Acquaintances. Yeah, you met him. You got the Kelly twins, the only people who can rob a bank and not steal anything. And fury kind of like flickers into his eyes. So this is, of course, Wesley starts laughing. This is, of course, what went wrong for you, Kelly twins. You robbed a bank and something went bizarrely out of order. Can one of you jump in? What went wrong? And why didn't you steal anything?
I mean, I think we got in. I think we got into the vault. What is it, like the 20s, the 30s? Like we're going
So,
depression-ish era? I don't think there was anything in there.
Just pre-depression, but maybe you got it on a day when they were moving money or something.
Yeah,
You
I
broke
think we
in
got
and
in and there was like fuck all in there and just look at each other be like, well, God, all right.
Oh
and
man,
you
we're
had-
in so much trouble.
Yeah, just,
you had to
aw.
leave.
We had to take something. We ran out with like a stack of business cards, and that's it.
All the free pens on the thing, you just pull them off the chains.
Oh,
Give me a
somebody's nameplate. I've got fucking someone's nameplate.
Someone's lunch from the
Mr.
break
Jones,
room.
manager.
Yeah, we've got the manager's nameplate and that's it.
So O'Leary stands up and he starts pacing backwards and forward, waving the hammer about to punctuate his points as he starts saying, you know how much trouble I had to get to keep your names out of it, and you bring me nothing, no Jews. He slams his hammer down on the table, which gives this loud thunk. Wesley, I'm going to assume you're still giggling a little bit.
It's a nervous laughter.
Yeah. And he spins to you, taking it the wrong way, of course. And he's going to yell out, and you, O'Grady, where's my hooch? You lost a whole shipment from me. What went wrong?
It's temporary, Mr. the Hammer. We lost track of it. One of these side roads. I mean, a lot of turns and corners. And was my best guy driving, but he don't navigate so good. And map was out of date. And I swear to God, we're gonna find it. I think we took a shortcut and we got it lost. It's somewhere. I'm hoping to God we're gonna find it real fucking soon. But Wesley isn't super. I don't think he's been prioritizing it. He's just been kind of hanging out and delegating and just assuming it'll turn up and he'll get lucky. And it appears to not have.
Absolutely perfect. O'Leary is really looking furious as he paces back and forth. He swings his hammer across each of you. You've lost me so much money, caused me so much of a headache. I should have you all whacked. But he slams the hammer down. Slam, slam, reasonable slam, man slam.
Everyone knows that about you, sir.
Thank you.
We all say it. Reasonable, forgiving, willing to offer second chances.
Yeah. He throws down the hammer and he takes this heavy sit in his chair, picks up the coffee, takes a huge slug of it, grimaces in a way that makes you think there's probably something else in the coffee, and then steeples his hands together. You heard of Sticky Jack? You all failed your education check, so no, you haven't heard of Sticky Jack.
I not wanting to get in more trouble, just nod. Hoping to just explain it immediately after he won't call us on it.
Yeah,
I don't think I'm that. Hang on, what's my intelligence?
Yep.
Not awful. I don't do anything.
Okay, fair enough. Just staying completely still. He nods at you and just kind of gestures Wesley. Okay, so Sticky Jack, small-time thief, he's operating in my area, but he likes to pretend that he remains independent. He likes to pretend that he don't need to work for me, that he don't need to bring me money when he makes it. And that's really hurtful, isn't it, Nails? Nails nods, says incredibly. Back to O'Leary, who says, I heard that Sticky Jack pulled off some kind of job, high profile, 3 lifts in a single night, working for some new player on the scene, somebody who I don't know, but who is somehow working in my city. He grabs the hammer again, gives it a few good-natured whacks on the table, puts it down, and says, so no one's seen nor hide nor hair of the guy. Maybe he's laying low. Maybe he's skipped town. I don't care. I want to know where he is. I want to know who this new player is. I want my money. If not my money, I want what he stole, and I want the 3 of you to get it for me.
Want him? Do you want him alive, or?
He kind of a lot. You know, use your judgment. I need people who are willing to delegate, or be delegated to. I don't look. Kill him if you must. I don't care. I want my money. I want what he stole, and I want him to know that he can't fuck with me.
Wesley's eyes light up as this sounds like an opportunity to prove himself. He steps forward and goes, hey, don't worry. Boss said this will get handed to me and the Kellys. I'll follow my lead and we'll get this done. Don't you worry about it.
I exchange a glance with my sister.
Do either of you speak up, or do you allow that statement to? It sounds like 3, 2, 1. All right, good. Wesley, take care of it then.
It'll get done, boss.
All right. Why are you still here? Nails, get him out of here! And you immediately are escorted out by the big man who kind of pushes you out. As you're leaving the bakery, to not arouse suspicion, a large bundle of bread is pushed into each of your hands with, like, you know, and you're sent out carrying like an armful of baked goods as the door swings shut behind you, and you are once again in the cold, still mid-morning air of Arkham. It's October, so we're starting to get into the colder months, and the city is before you as you each catch your breath. You have a task. What the hell are you going to do now?
Well,
Bread.
that could have gone a lot worse.
Good bread.
Seems pretty easy. We find Sticky Jack. We make him regret stepping foot in this town.
Yeah, I don't think we'd kill him. It's not so great at sending a message if someone's already dead.
This is gonna be a breeze. I ain't worried about this. Wendy, Eddie, I presume in that order. Either of you heard of this fella?
No, but maybe
Pretty
we
sure
know
that's,
someone who has.
So I did say that you hadn't heard of Sticky Jack before because you failed your education checks. How this scenario actually does start is I need everybody to make an idea roll, and this is going to set you on a path to figure out what threads you know. Now, you're always able to fill out more, but this is going to point you in a couple of directions. I'll just say that your standard pursuits, if you don't have any immediate information, would be to start asking around. You could go to the local speakeasies, you could go to the church, you could literally just start asking your gangster colleagues. But let's see how everyone's idea roll went. Okay, so...
Jim, can I tank my intelligence a bit?
Absolutely. Why don't you...
I've made an adjustment just to for consistency.
Why don't you, for every point that you take out of intelligence, why don't you put a point in luck?
I was gonna ask if I could start with my luck. Thank you.
Yep. All right.
Oh, everyone's beating me to it. I'm sorry. I was being polite and waiting for everyone to be ready to rank the roll, but that's fine.
Oh,
wow. All right.
Okay, well, despite my best efforts, I might have heard something.
Okay, you've heard one or two things, right? First of all, we'll start with you, Wesley. You're a notorious. You like to be seen at cafes and speakeasies, as you've established. You like to put your feet up. You know that anybody who is anybody goes to the two large speakeasies in Arkham. Specifically, there's the North Side Speakeasy and there's Sycamores. The North Side Speakeasy is the kind of place. Sorry, I have actually got the two mixed up. The North Side Speakeasy is a really nice place. It doesn't just cater to criminals. It has a wider appeal, and it is also sort of involved with the Italian mob. So it's not necessarily friendly territory. The other one is Sycamores, and this is your bread and butter. You've all drunk there. You all know Sycamores. And you reckon, as you kind of cast your mind back to evenings spent at both of those locations, you reckon that you might have seen somebody called Jack who was in the burglary business around there as you got talking. So probably asking around there is a pretty good idea.
I think I might have gotten drunk with this fella.
It's possible. It's entirely possible. Now, otherwise, I would like to talk to, I think, Wendy and the twins in general. Which of you is the friendlier?
No nonsense. I mean, it's in the name.
Which is the least unfriendly.
I mean, what do you mean by friendly?
Which of you is the person who is most likely to, if somebody's if there's somebody a little odd, a little grating, who's the most likely to put up with?
I got no nonsense. That's my entire. I'm building my entire character over these 2 words in quotation marks.
I would. Okay, so I want to put this very clear. Eddie is not a people person. What Eddie does is aphid. Just like stands there and does nothing. Because Wendy takes care of the like when things get too bad, he just stonewalls, but like not aggressively. So if someone comes up and is being annoying, he just is just like.
Yep. Okay. So well, I can see either way then, because frankly, Jackson, I don't know what no nonsense means in this context. Seems like it has a very wide and multi-applicable.
You're not wrong. Yes, I'm going to apply it to every situation.
Well, I mean, the difference would be like if someone is irritating Wendy, there is very shortly to be a shotgun.
That's it.
Somewhere in their vicinity.
Brandished.
If someone is annoying Eddie, Wendy might be in their vicinity in the not too distant future, but Eddie ain't gonna do shit.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's a pretty clever way of doing things. All right, Eddie. In which case, you have spoken every now and again to a man named Greasy. You don't know his full name, but he's a pickpocket and he works with Jack, you're pretty sure, and he tends to hang around the Miskatonic University campus where he likes to relieve people of their goods.
I mean, given we are somewhat in the same, well, not quite the same business, but close enough.
Yeah, close enough, absolutely. So you think that Greasy might have some information about where Jack is. Now, finally, Wendy, you read the paper. You'd like to stay abreast of things. And high-profile heists tend to make it into the paper. And as you're thinking about it, you remember that you have read something about a couple of thefts over the last week or so. Specifically, there was a theft. There was something from the library at Miskatonic University. There was also something from a museum that was attached to the university. You remember because they were writing about how they were at separate ends of the university. And finally, some professor had something stolen from them. You can't really remember the details, but you could probably track down these old newspapers if you wanted to head to a library or something like that.
Yeah, that's what I'll do.
So the collection of you have a couple of leads. Chat's been throwing in some interesting suggestions, mostly about what to do when things go wrong. But the way is paved for you. Where would your investigations like to be?
I reckon this Jack fella ain't as careful as he could be. I think the press has gotten wind of him, and I'm inclined to go see what they know.
Good thought, Wendy. So you're gonna hit the books, do some reading up in newspapers, and check down some reporters. Very good, seems your kind of thing. Eddie, are you two kind of like bonded at the hip sort of thing, or can you make your own way? Very good.
Only thing bonded to my hip is Lucky here.
I see you
And that
play.
shotgun.
I play
shotgun
the.
for everyone
I
who didn't
dabbled
miss
with the
the,
guitar. I'm no good. I never really got the musical instruments. I'm pretty sure I got drunk with this guy on a time or another, and I'm gonna head down to Sycamores, get myself a drink, maybe do a little schmoothing, let the Wesley smooth flow out of me. Christ. See what.
No, I'm really glad you're the one who's in charge of all this.
Takes a certain kind of man to stand up and take ownership of things, Kelly, all right? Now, the two of you do what I say, we'll get through this no trouble. But if I start getting lip, all right, that's when we're going to get into trouble, all right? That's when we're going to start falling apart. We're three. all right? Together, we're strong. Isolated, we're crumbling. Same as Sticky Jack out there. He's gone by himself. That's where he got into trouble. We're a gang. We're a family. We stick together. Do I make myself clear?
All too clear.
Like mud.
Very good. Very good.
I
I don't know where you're going, Eddie.
You turn on your heel and begin to stride
I'll be
off.
at Sycamores. And I head off and I hail a taxi.
All right, fantastic. So
I'm
what
gonna kill that guy, I think.
Yeah, nah, you're not gonna have to.
Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but someday.
Wendy. He wants to be the boss, let him be the boss. Something goes tits up, not our problem.
Yeah, less work for us.
I'm gonna go have a chat to a fella I know down at Miskatonic University. So you need me, I'll be there.
Alright. I'm gonna see what the papers know, and if I can't read them, I'll shake it out of them.
Yeah, let Lucky out the bag, eh?
Who can say what the future holds?
I love this group. They're just so sinister. Okay.
Yeah.
You have,
We're all
you have a
real
nice time
tough.
with Lucky.
All right. So as the collection of you dart to different parts of Arkham, I
Immediately
assume
split up.
If this was a television series, we'd zoom up to the city and some kind of cool 20s crime theme would start playing. Let's zoom into each of you as you attempt to get some information, and we're going to start off with Wendy. Wendy, there are two big newspapers in Arkham, the Arkham Advertiser and the Arkham Gazette. You can head to one or you can head to both. Do you have a preference of which one you'd like to pick first?
What are they about? They got different characters, they got different political leanings?
Yeah,
Is
but
that,
why don't you make a psychology check?
Oh, let me have a look at how my psychology is and then proceed to argue a different skill if I don't like it. How about mechanical repair?
I'll take
Psychology it is, that's fine.
Okay.
I have electrical repair this game.
Yeah, exactly. Between the two of you, you can put things back together after you take them apart. All right, look, you are no expert on the subtle bias of different kinds of media. Your best bet is that the Arkham Gazette tends to print more, but the Arkham Advertiser tends to print more detailed stories.
That's an excellent quandary. I think we'll go for the Gazette then.
All right.
Because, yeah, if they've cast a wide net, I might be able to connect some of those dots together. Get them to Sticky Jack.
So you head straight on down to the Arkham Gazette. You can let yourself in, and you are greeted by a sort of small reception area. There is a bunch of officers out the back. This is down by near the docks of Arkham, sort of in the busiest section of the town. It's a real, newspaper press at the height of the newspaper sort of chaotic scene. So there's, people bustling back and forth. You can hear yelling. There's paper boys darting around, picking up supplies, or they'll run off to go and sell them. The receptionist, this woman with her hair tied up in a bun who looks a little tired, will ask you what you want. And you can easily request the last week or so of newspapers. I'd like you to make a library use check. Alternatively,
Oh, no.
if your approach isn't to go through the records, I would like you to propose an interpersonal skill of some kind that you're using to try and get information out
Rifle
of
shotgun.
Intimidate.
Yeah, I guess I will start persuading
Okay.
someone to find me the person who's been writing the crime stories. And as I look at my possessions tab, I can see I have a spending level of $10. So I'm going to persuade with a couple of greenbacks.
Yeah, why don't you check advantage for that, a bonus die?
Excellent. As I look up who is on the US $1 bill. Oh, it's Washington, of course. Grease him with a couple of Washingtons. I'm going to say my good friend Washington, my good friend George here wants to know about some crime waves.
Okay, fantastic. So make that check, and here we go.
I will so.
Oh, with an extreme
success.
So you managed to find a lovely journalist called Annoyed, who just subscribed, gifted a subscription rather. So thank you very much, Annoyed. And after a little bit of a conversation, help me find out a little bit about this, help me find out a little bit about that. This journalist is going to point you in towards some of the record rooms, help you find a couple of key pieces of information. So I'm going to hand you some handouts. Now, more critically, because you got an extreme success,
shaky handout.
At one point, somebody comes and starts sort of asking a couple of questions to the two of you, and the journalist who's helping you kind of steps forward and says, "Oh, they're just here asking a couple of questions about court procedure, nothing interesting." And the journalist leaves, and he'll turn to you and say, "You don't want to let on that you've even got a hint of a story, or she'll be following you forever." Nice dodge. And you'll come forward, and I'm going to now share a couple of handouts with you, and I'll get you to read them both, if that's all right.
I would love to.
Okay. So, first of all, we have this one here.
I am eagerly awaiting them.
Dun, dun.
There you go.
Miss Jew's handout number 3, my favorite. All right, here we are.
Straight to the good stuff.
Here we are at the Arkham Gazette. This is an article dated Wednesday, October 18th, and today is Thursday, so that would be 2 weeks ago, last week.
Oh yeah, good call.
Hold on, I thought today was Thursday, October 26th.
Today is Thursday, October 26th.
Oh, yeah. All right, great. So that's last Wednesday. Fantastic. Ancient dagger stolen. Well, now, university staff are today shocked at the discovery of a break-in at the campus museum last night. I'm going to move over here so I can actually look at the camera. No, I can't. Last night, a thief stole into the building and took one of the exhibits, a dagger believed to be of Native American origin. The dagger has been on display as part of the History of the Miskatonic Region exhibit, which has excited many young school children with its wide array of fascinating pieces for the last 12 months. The dagger is one of the few artifacts pertaining to Arkham's tribal heritage. Dr. August Perplinsky, noted local historian, commented that the dagger is a rare example of a shamanistic ritual tool, possibly used by a tribal witch doctor to help them journey into the spirit realm. In a bizarre and unexpected twist, the Arkham Police Department have confirmed that a second theft also took place on the university campus that night. Across the campus square, the library building's rare book collection was ransacked. So far, officials have only been able to confirm the theft of one item from the library, an ancient scroll written in Greek concerning geometrical and mathematical formulae. Mr. Pringler, a spokesman for the university, confirmed the reward of $100 had been posted for anyone providing information leading to the capture of the thieves and the return of the stolen items. Police have requested anyone with information to come forward.
And not a moment later, another article falls right into your lap.
Outstanding. Miss Jew's handout number 4, and I can move this over here, so I'm going to look over here. Hi, how's everyone doing over this side? Papers stolen from the home of Professor. Arkham Police are investigating a break-in at the residence of one of Miskatonic University's leading professors. The home of Professor Stanley David was broken into last night, with the culprit entering the professor's study and making off with a number of papers the professor was currently working on. "I just don't understand why anyone would want these papers," said Professor David. "It's just a translation of an ancient text that I'm working on and has no financial value. Perhaps the hapless thief mistook the papers for something else. Well, he'll get a shock when he reads them," laughed the professor. An odd thing to say. Police are asking anybody who might have been about South Garrison Street last night between midnight and 2 a.m. to come forward if they saw anything suspicious. Now, is this from the same day or another day?
This would be from the same day.
Same day. So these thefts happen on the same night.
Yes.
Okay.
So with that said, you spend a couple of hours at the newspaper offices, get a little bit of information about the location of some of the crimes and what appears to have been stolen. And with that, let's zoom out again and this time jump on to Eddie. So, Eddie, you make your way towards Miskatonic University. It's a bit of a longer trip because you were on the other side of the town, but all roads in Arkham lead towards the university. So you head there, and before long, you find yourself on one of the large student greens where there's people about bustling towards classes, attending some of the small shops that are set up at the edge of campus to attend to students and provide them with amenities. It doesn't take you too long to track down poor old Greasy. Greasy's been down on his luck for a little while. He's an odd man, kind of hunched over. He'd be quite tall if he stood up, but he's always got this perpetual stoop. He's got a beard that's all crusted up and very lank, greasy hair that hangs close to his head. He's dirty. He's wearing a long coat. This is clearly somebody who is sleeping rough. And he's sort of heading back and forth, and you can see his eyes darting around, possibly looking for a mark. What's your approach tactic here? You're just going to head straight up and talk to him? Oh, we'll never know.
Hello. I'm going to head straight up with an armful of questionably fresh bread, and if this fella's sleeping rough, he'd probably like a snack.
You walk over, and he sees you he kind of likes you. He's cautious. He's also worried that you've come to kill him because he seems like a really nervous person. So he looks like kind of frozen in between like flight or flight. Then as you walk forward and kind of just hold out some of the bread, he kind of like, hey, thanks, Eddie. I could, thanks. And he starts tearing off chunks of it. Yeah, what's this for? You're just bringing me a gift? How you been?
Oh, not bad. That's it's from the hammer. Is where that bread came from? Not to you directly, to us. So that's what's going on.
Am I in trouble, Eddie?
No, I might be though.
Oh,
so, could use your help if you know anything about a guy called what the fuck was his name? Skeezy Jack?
Sticky Jack.
Sticky Jack. Yeah. Kid called Sticky Jack.
Jack? Yeah, I know Jack. I haven't seen him in a while though.
Where he usually lays low?
Yeah, I got his apartment if you need it.
I'd take that off your hands, sure.
Yeah, sure thing. Let me just you got a pen?
I got a brain.
All right, he gives you the address. It's like in a kind of less reputable neighborhood, as one might expect. Greasy kind of says, "Listen, you're in trouble with the hammer. That's not good, Eddie. You got to be careful."
It's all right. We got we're working under someone on behalf of the hammer, so if it goes wrong.
Okay. Well, problem. I hope I'll see you again soon then, but maybe, and I don't mean no offense or nothing, but maybe until you're not on the most wanted list, we probably shouldn't see each other, huh?
I don't think that's reasonable. Hey, you ain't heard anything about missing shit at the university?
Oh, missing yeah, well, I mean, apart from what I make go missing, but no, I heard there was, some break-in. I guess they've been on higher alert since then. He kind of gears in his head turn. He tilts his head. You reckon that was Jack?
I don't reckon.
Huh. Well, Jack's been picking up work with some guy who runs a mission down on the south side of town. Some church-going guy.
You got an address?
No, sorry, but I think it's pretty distinctive. Some church down. He gives you like a pretty decent location. He doesn't have an exact address. Mechanically, he provides you with the location that you need to go and check this place out. All right. Well, I better get going then, Eddie. But it was real good to see you. Hey.
Enjoy the bread.
I will. And he darts off. I will say, Art, in the book, if you give him food, no roll is required. So that went real well. Fantastic.
Bravo.
You're welcome. We have literally the addresses of the places we need.
All right, perfect. Nice and easy. Zooming back out, we'll jump across to Sycamores. It's still pretty early, but this speakeasy, people party here. So it's already busy, people coming in for a couple of drinks. As you head over, there's a large, a bouncer at the door who's sort of gazing back and forth, pretending not to be a bouncer, because of course this is a speakeasy, so you can't obviously have a place that is serving hooch, but you know who they are. You head through into what's...
Could I say that I am not well liked here?
Yeah, absolutely.
And I want to just very confidently go like evening or morning to the guy and just try and just power straight through like I'm the coolest dude in the biz.
Question.
Yeah.
Yes, up.
Are you well liked anywhere?
Me.
My home life was kind of rough.
Oh, no.
And then it just kind of spiraled from there.
I'll never understand Dave's obsession with piling as many disadvantages onto his character as he can. Oh, can I be dumber? Oh, can everyone hate me?
It.
Oh, Jamie, can I make 6 more sanity rolls, please?
It makes him happy.
It makes me happy. I like playing losers. Woohoo!
All right. Oh, escape from reality, of course. There you go.
Yeah, that's right. I'm just too cool in real life.
So you start heading towards you. Get morning, and a big meaty hand clamps down on your shoulder. And the bouncer, whose name is Vince, says, "Hey, listen here, O'Grady, you ain't getting past," and pushes you back for a second. You forget something? You owe me a little money, don't you?
I owe you like spare change, Vince. All right, my little pockets are empty, and I pull them out to show nothing inside them. I got nothing at the moment. All right, I got a big job coming right through. As soon as I find all that missing hooch, it's yours, big guy. I'm coming to pay you first. Let me in. Let me get a drink. I'm working a job. It's all coming back together. Once I'm on a roll, I ain't gonna stop.
You got enough money to drink, not enough money to pay me? He raises one eyebrow.
I was hoping to roll a couple of dice, maybe make a little cash.
Well, speaking of rolling a couple of dice, let's get you to make some kind of interpersonal check. Otherwise, I'm going to get you to burn half of your spending limit just to get in the door.
I appreciate that. Let's see. What am I good at? Am I charming? God, no. Am I fast at talking? Absolutely not. I never lie. My mother didn't like it. I will persuade him. I will say, Vince, my friend. Sure, I have a couple of dollars. But if I go in there and I roll some dice and I make more, I will pay you double what I can owe you right now. How is that, all right? $1 now, $2 later. What do you want? And I will roll persuade. And I will fail.
I want the dollar now. You're going to go in there and lose more money. Yeah, give it here. And he holds out his hand so the steps close to you. Yeah, I think your pockets are lightened somewhat. And you are bustled back inside, stepping inside Sycamores. You're not well liked here, but you spend money, so people nod. The bartender Lexi gives you like a wave, and reaches for your usual.
I want to, as I come in, I want to loudly say, "Lock up your women and open your taps. Wesley O'Grady's here."
You make a charm check.
I can. I've failed.
Okay.
Is he getting punched? Is that what? Because I feel like that's the logical conclusion of,
Here's the thing. If they attack me, they attack the hammer. That's the thing about gangs. They can't do shit to me, or else they mess with the family.
No. I would punch you for that statement.
There's like a collective groan from around the room. Someone at this, you walk through, someone at the side is immediately trying to take advantage of you. Says, hey, O'Grady, I just bought you a couple of drinks, and tries to get you to drink 4 shots worth in quick succession to try and make a fool out of you and stuff like that. They're either ignoring you or they're getting you into the group to poke
I think that's
fun.
how it is. Wesley thinks he's But Wesley thinks he's well liked and loved. So yeah, I think I go over, like, I have a shot with this guy, I have a drink with that one. I get, you know, a little tipsy or whatever. And then I'm gonna try and find, I guess if Jack is here, that'd be swell. Otherwise, I'll ask around about him.
All right. So I would like you to, as you are drinking with people, make me a persuade check. This isn't the one that you made to get in the door. This is you being, you know, friendly and talking to people, sort of standard, interpersonal. If you are willing to dump all of your petty cash from your spending level, except for, we'll say you have one more taxi fare, I'll give you a bonus die. But you're out of cash for the day.
I'm coming. I'll get this. Wesley doesn't pay for things. He doesn't need to. I roll on reputation.
Let's do it.
I do not roll well when it comes to reputation.
Okay.
You know, so I got a bajillion luck on account of I'm dumb. So I will give you 13 points of luck, Jim.
13 points of luck. Thank you very much. Okay, so
math.
What you get without a roll is that people know Jack. They haven't seen him in a while. It's been over a month since he's been around. So presumably he hasn't even been here since before the heist took place. But Vince actually comes back in for a drink from out at the gate. And since you've paid him back, you know, you start talking a little bit, and he will mention that actually, you know, just like you, Jack likes to talk a lot, you know, talk about everything he's up to, you know, go through the details of everything. So I know he was going after a book at the university, a knife as well from the museum, and some kind of documents from some professor, working for a guy called Jacob Smith, some out-of-towner who's come in. You know, he's trying to keep it on the down low since...
Sorry. Just Jacob Smith, not Jacob the White Whale Smith, or Jacob Two Hands in a Noose Smith, or Jacob Wheels of Fire Smith. What's his full name? No.
Apparently he's been he's not one of us. You know, he's upper class. He's been hanging around at the North Side Speakeasy. He's not a gangster. He's a.
Is he with the Italians?
Church-going guy. No, I think he's from the South.
All right. Well, we can deal with that. Okay. Well, I will follow that up. Vince, thank you, my friend. I owe you a drink.
I'll hold you to that. All right. So it's probably in the mid-afternoon by the time the collection of you finish your various bits and pieces. Where would you have arranged to meet? Sycamores makes sense.
Sycamores, I reckon.
It's a good rallying ground.
I think also I loudly went, like, I'm going to Sycamores and then butt stuff. Yeah. So that tracks.
So in which case, the twins, you can both rally where you will find Grady a couple of drinks deep, and you get a couple of weird looks when you go to sit down with him because, you know, it's damaging your reputations at this stage. But the three of you reconvene and you can share information and plot out your next move.
I would like to specify that I pull the chair out from the table, turn it around, and sit down.
Oh, fantastic. Cool. Very cool. Since it's getting a little later in the evening as well, the speakeasy is starting to get a bit busier. If you decide to go to the north side now, it'll probably be packed. It's, you know, getting towards the end of the day. You can also grab food here and attend to your basic, you know, needs.
Well, here's what I got. This Sticky Jack's got expensive tastes. I reckon he's lifted something from the university, see?
What kind of stuff?
A dagger, of all things.
I heard he was planning a job for the very same. How much does a dagger go for on the market? I, like, open my thing, and next to the gun, I have, like, a knife strapped to it as well. Surely if he wanted a knife, he could just get one.
Guess he wanted something a bit nicer.
One of you can make an appraise check if you would care to, if you want to get like an odd kind of...
Well, I got appraise. Anyone else got appraise?
I got 20.
I got 20.
I got 25. Because I understand and appreciate the finer
things.
Don't you
take a bonus die, whoever rolls it, because there's three of you putting your heads together.
Don't mind if I do? I will go ahead. Okay, not great, not great. But like so.
Oh,
They call that an extreme. They
That's
call
an
that
extreme?
an extreme.
Okay, so you managed to get like the exact value of what you reckon that dagger would go for, probably what the book would go for. And what's important is not that how much they go for, but the company that they keep. The money that they're worth is fine, but if you broke into the Arkham, to the Miskatonic University Museum, to the Miskatonic University itself, you could steal stuff worth 10, 50 times that amount.
But he specifically seems to have gone after these.
You seem to have gone out after things that are objectively not particularly valuable. At least comparatively not valuable. Sure, if you find an ancient ritual dagger and, a weird book, that's great. That's all kind of some fun. But like the article said, the papers that were stolen from the professor's house weren't super, they were more valuable things. Clearly, they knew what they were going after.
Maybe he
So
did it for a
Sticky
goof.
Jack.
You said there was a dagger, and
A Greek scroll of some kind, and another professor had a translation pilfered from his desk.
so if you got a ritual dagger and a Greek scroll, and then a translation of that Greek scroll, you doing a ritual?
Some kind of weird party.
Sticky Jack, or whoever he's working for, I think does not have a full deck of cards.
Oh wait, speaking of
Yeah,
business
well-
cards, I got a name for the fella, which I did not write down.
Jacob Smith.
Jacob Smith. I was doing a bit while it was happening.
His name was Jacob Smith. Because
I
I
wrote
write
down
things
so much
down.
crap.
Who's
Jacob
that?
Smith.
Who's Jacob Smith?
Fella he's working for.
Why is he? Why did you not get his full name?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, what's
That's
the
what
bit
I
in the
fucking
middle?
said to Vince. He doesn't have nothing in the middle. This guy's some kind of whack job from down south. Doesn't have nothing. You know what? We collectively will give him one. How about as a standing one, faceless, up top, dagger, money. We need something. This
Mission.
don't sit right.
The mission.
The mission? I like the mission.
The
All right.
mission.
Jacob the Mission Smith. Soon
Given
to
that
be
I'm-
deceased. No, we're not killing. Soon to be reprimanded.
Soon to be probably missing his kneecaps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very
well,
good.
I got Sticky Jack's apartment and dress for a church, some mission. Apparently, Sticky Jack's been hanging around. So
Is this a Catholic church? Would we know that, Jim?
You would probably actually that's a really good point. You would probably know all of the congregations in the city. This might be some kind of real like local lay preacher, but it is not a major church. The term mission seems to suggest that it's some, odd denomination, something that perhaps you're not familiar with or not expecting. So no, you likely do not know this place.
I see.
puzzle.
Well,
And
If-
just to refresh my memory, what did Jack do to the hammer again?
he stole something and didn't pay for it.
Yeah, didn't
Right.
pay dues and was working with somebody, Jacob Smith, who was, you don't take all of it's got to
Gotcha.
come through the
Right.
boss, not from
So-
some random who's come in.
So
Yeah,
do we
he's,
get the
he's
impression that-
contracting.
Yeah.
These thefts are like what has gone on without approval, without going through the proper channels. Like, is it theft from the university that he hasn't paid his dues for?
This absolutely seems like this is what
Yeah.
the Hammer was talking about.
Gotcha.
Jack hasn't been seen since, and the Hammer very clearly wanted to know who was involved, and he wanted his money, or failing that, what was stolen.
Well,
Can do.
I mean, if you was gonna take something, first place to hide is just the apartment, right? So it seems like a good start.
I agree. Let's go and slash
or-
up his mattress.
Quick question. You said this shit ain't worth that much money.
No, I mean, it's worth something, sure, but like, while he was in there, he could have taken dollars,
And Wendy, did you say that there was a reward being offered?
Yeah, $100 if he gets arrested, but you know, if the hammer'd be happier seeing him dead, then I say we make the hammer happy.
Wait, there's money.
know
There's
what?
money offered.
If the dagger itself ain't worth much, and we head back to the university and get that $100, that might be enough to set the hammer happy.
I feel like
I
we just
like
get
it.
the dagger and give it to him, right?
He wanted money. Seems like the kind of man who quite likes his dollars.
I can respect that.
All right, if you like your odds getting him arrested, we can try that.
Oh, I wasn't planning on getting him arrested. I was planning to return the dagger.
Let me check the newspaper. I thought it was the
Oh,
reward
okay.
for
I
getting
thought
him
it was
arrested.
to like return the item, or if you.
I
Let's have a
am
look-see.
looking at it now. Did you bring the? Did you like tear the pages out of the newspaper? When you just stuff them
Yeah.
in your pockets?
Just paper. $100 for information leading to the capture of the thieves and the return of the stolen items.
But the value of the items is way higher than that, right, Jim?
Yeah, it'd be
Oh,
a couple of $100.
All right, so maybe we keep the dagger for ourselves, see what that's worth. But
Oh, and also
maybe
get
they'll
him
give us-
arrested.
maybe they'll get us $50 if we just bring him in.
Your current leads, just to consolidate everything, is that you have this church, this mission that you could go and take a look at. You have the apartment of Sticky Jack. You also have, of course, you could pay a visit to any of the locations of the crime. So you could go to the actual museum, you could go to the library, or you could go. You have the name of the professor now, whose house was broken into. So you could visit any of those 3 locations. You could also go to the North Side Speakeasy and start trying to ask after Jacob Smith.
I think if we know Sticky Jack's address, that's a first point of call.
Straight to the source.
As long as
I think we
that's
got a
okay
plan.
with our boss here.
I will allow it. No, I think it's a good idea. I think we go straight to the apartment. Plan B is the speakeasy. Only thing is, they got some, like, asinine dress code and whole thing. They will not let me in previous times I have attempted, so I do not know what their deal is. So we'll have to figure out a way to get in there. Maybe we nick some clothes from Sticky. Although a person named Sticky does not strike me as one with fashion sense. You follow?
You just keep talking until everyone around you thinks you're ready to shut up. That's amazing.
My ma says it's a coice.
Silence over the table. Okay, so you're heading towards the house after that, lovely bit of workplace banter. It's about like 4:30, going on 5 now. It will probably be right around dinner time when you get to the house. Are you both happy with that twins and also Wesley? One thing to note, you have been seen kind of around at the Northside Speakeasy, pretty like talking about all this stuff. I'm just trying to think in terms of getting noticed, potentially breaking into a house.
I thought we were at Sycamores,
Sycamore. Sorry, yes, Sycamores. That's what I meant.
which is on the south side.
Yes. It's pretty close,
South side.
but it's pretty close, so it's not a long trip.
What do we want to do?
The
We
point
want to kill time until, nightfall?
Yeah, that's basically it. Are you happy to break in now, or would you like to wait a bit until the dead of night?
No,
I
I
don't see
don't
any
like
sense
it.
in knocking.
Yeah, no, I think we just waltz on in.
I mean,
No nonsense. That's how I like to do things. You might have heard of me. No nonsense, Kelly.
It's been
I
mentioned.
heard of you.
Okay, fantastic. All right.
Elbow you in the ribs, friendly.
Are you taking a taxi over, or are you getting a car?
Do we have a car? We have a company car?
You might be able to track down a car. It'll just take a couple of hours. It's all time at this stage.
I mean,
You have a contact who you can speak to, who can get you a car, A, B, C, D.
I think a taxi seems easy enough, right?
all right, yeah, let's get a taxi.
All right,
That's
Okay.
fine.
I do not pay, and when we get out, I get out very quickly and stand on the street looking around, surveying, and kind of awkwardly waiting for someone else to pay for the fare.
I will look directly at you and be like, "You're the boss."
Eh? Yeah, pay the man, Eddie. And I walk up the street a bit.
Sure. I'll get that one.
All right, you pay the cab driver's fare, who's pretty happy that he got paid at the end of it, considering there was a bunch of gangsters in the car. He drives away.
You don't. There ain't no point fucking with the little people. Like they're just trying to get by, you know. Like we hit the big ones.
Absolutely, yeah.
Banks and
Like empty banks.
Keep it simple. So you are now arriving at the apartment, which for reference is on 22 Curzon Street. It's a large apartment building. And as the taxi cab drives away off into the night, I will remind you, you have no getaway vehicle.
Beep, beep.
The large apartment building is pretty drab. It's kind of squat, something that was built pretty quickly. There is a large double door at the front, up a small set of stairs that walks in, presumably to all the bottom floors of floor apartments. There is a pathway that leads down around the side of the house, presumably to some, back doors or a small area out the rear. There's lights on in some of the houses, like down the street and around. You can still occasionally see people bustling past. There are no lights on inside this apartment block.
By a block?
Sorry, block? Did you say?
Yeah, you said there's no lights on, like in his apartment or in the entire.
No, in the entire block.
Yeah, that's weird.
A large
That's
apartment. No lights on inside.
Can either of you two work a lockpick? Oh shit, I can work a lockpick. I'm just not very good at it.
I thought Eddie was the lockpicker.
Yeah, you offend me.
Then take it away, good sir.
All right, front door.
Yep.
Okay, this lock is trivial. You have a good locksmith score. I'm not going to make you roll because the real challenge here is not getting spotted from people that are going up and down the street because you're at the main sort of double doors.
I don't care.
I mean, we could go around the back.
If they spot me, they'll see my friend here.
Yeah. Oh,
As
do you have
I
your
tap
gun
the
out?
trombone case.
Oh, okay.
Not
I don't know
out,
why-
just the case.
So enthusiastic about their instruments.
Oh, hold on.
Oh,
Do you
dear.
have a case?
Oh,
No,
yes!
Jackson's going to get a shotgun. Yes, up against his side.
Oh, my
And
God.
a cat.
Oh,
There we
hell
go.
yes. Wah, wah, wah. Jackson is looking more and more just like a jazz musician.
Yeah, it's the line. Jazz musician or gangster? Who knows? Archie Staffen says it's an impromptu street band. The collection of you are heading into. All right, brilliant. You've got
Wendy's gonna stand on the edge and intimidate anyone who comes past, while Eddie crouches down and does the locksmithing. I'm standing next to them, nattering in their ear, happily. I do have proficiency in locksmithing. If I could give a oh no, you said no roll. Anyway, I also have.
Yeah, it's going to be really quick. What I'll get you to do is make an intimidate check, Wendy, and you can take a bonus die because those two are going to get through like really fast. Functionally, it's I need an intimidate or a stealth or something that is like, why aren't people going, hey?
Sorry,
Yeah,
I lost
I
my
don't
earphones
think
for a bit. Are we rolling that, or was
Yes,
Rick
you're
you
rolling
are.
that, you're
Wendy
rolling that.
are making an intimidate check.
Oh, I'm not
with a
that
bonus die.
intimidating. That's my secret. Is anyone intimidating? Did we pick the 3 pre-gens that don't have any intimidate?
I have some intimidate, but it's.
I mean,
you know.
I can make
You
a
can,
stealth
otherwise,
check.
stealth is fine.
I can
if-
make
Oh,
a
I'm
s-
stealthy.
I can make a stealth if I'm the one doing the lockpicking.
Yeah, I
but
think-
I
it's
think
not-
we can all do stealth. Okay.
Yeah, I think let's get you to make a stealth check, and since you're all pretty quiet and know the score and can kind of nudge each other and whistle and stuff, take a bonus die. Very generous with bonus dice, but you are all criminals. This is kind of you help each other, you support each other.
Hey.
Success.
Okay, fantastic. Yeah, the lock is pretty darn simple, and with a couple of clicks, the door swings open, and you get this waft of cold air come in. Ahead of you, there is this dark and mostly, peeled wallpaper-filled room. It's just the basement, the entryway of a pretty drab apartment building. But you immediately have a sense of something being quite wrong as you enter. Something in the back of your mind starts to tingle, and all the hairs on your body start to raise up on end. Ahead of you, standing outside one of the apartment doors, close enough that they probably would have heard the sound of the clicking of the lock, there is a woman with her hair kind of like half up in like wraps, as if she was in the middle of like grooming it, but they've all kind of fallen out, and she's standing kind of limply, just sort of swaying on her feet in like a robe, one slipper, gazing at the door, and her eyes fix upon the collection of you. She looks vaguely out of it as she looks across.
I pull out my gun.
All right, you take out the gun.
I'm just holding it in front of me so they can't see me back.
Do you want to make an intimidate check, or is it just more of
I'm just holding it for the moment. I'm just flagging as we go in. I've got my
ready
weapon
drawn. The woman kind of tilts forward once or twice. Do any of you move to make a sound or take any action?
We'll slip my hand into my pocket and get a hold of my butterfly knife.
I'll unclip one of the clips on Lucky's case.
So there's like an almost draw kind of situation, and then all at once the woman says, "Got a pot on the boil." And she turns and she walks towards the door to the apartment that she maybe just left, opens it up wide, motions for you to come in, and then walks through into the room.
Sorry, is this Sticky Jack's apartment?
Do we know which apartment he is in? We don't know.
You don't know which apartment he is in.
Oh, we only got his building. We didn't get his apartment number. All right.
You know his apartment building.
That woman has been dabbling with smack or something similar. Don't do drugs, kids.
That is quite a good depiction. Like that, yeah. It looks like she might be incredibly high or something.
I'm going to watch. I'll look forward and go around after her.
All right, you step forward into the building, and you can't help but feel as you
no lights in here.
A shiver, and yeah, there are no lights on about. It's very dark.
Are there any like switches I could like try and flick?
Yeah, absolutely. You turn around, you flick one of the switches. With a faint stutter, a light illuminates.
Oh wow, they got electricity in here.
Yeah. Arkham,
it's these modern apartments. It's not as nice, but it's it's functional and all. Look, let's ask this woman if she knows where a Sticky Jax is. Does anyone know his? I was gonna say Christian name, Catholic name, his birth name, like his full name.
Jack.
Would it be on the title? Jack anything?
Jack.
Unfortunately,
Jack
you do not know Sticky Jack's full name. You just Sticky Jack is what you've got so far.
Unless
Maybe
Jack
he
is
goes by
his
that.
surname and Stick is his first name and
Stick's the
E
first
is
Jack.
his middle initial. Stick E Jack.
We could try that. Yeah, it's worth a shot. All right, I'll follow in after the woman.
All right. You walk into the room, turn around, and you're suddenly in this kind of like squat living room cross kitchen. It's a pretty small apartment. You all stop. This apartment is not in a good state.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like somebody has taken a knife and cut at all the couches and started pulling out stuffing and stuff like that. There are tears across all the wallpaper as if someone has dragged their fingernails down it. It looks like the place has been ransacked. Everything's been flipped. There is trash everywhere. Clothing flung in every direction. The woman is now standing in the middle of the room, and she gestures towards one of the couches. She goes, "Sit. I'm making coffee."
Look, ma'am, we ain't gonna take up a real lot of your time. We're looking after an accomplice of ours. Man goes by Sticky Jack, Stick Jack, Jack Sticky, whatever you go by. He lives somewhere around here. You might have seen him. I offer a brief description.
You get through the description, and she rudely, completely ignores you. It's blatant. Like she kind of and walks out towards this side kitchen, where she starts bustling around, putting a pot on like the boil, and kind of waiting about.
God damn.
This is a really bizarre sight, like a trashed room, this woman acting very weirdly. I will ask you all to make a sanity check at this stage.
Oh no.
You got it. I'm working on
Good.
drugs. Bada bing.
We're all good.
Okay, fantastic. And,
No complaints.
all right, yep, drugs, obviously. It's fine, nothing weird.
Wow. Drugs is pretty weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, she continues to bustle. You stand there for 10, 20, 30 seconds.
Oh, well, I'll go after her, and I'll be continuing to try and talk to her, like get through, like, hey, ma'am, Sticky Jack, do you know him? As the other two can do whatever they want.
I'm going to start looking around to figure out if this happens to be Sticky Jack's apartment or, who lives here.
Okay, fantastic. Eddie, what about you?
There are other apartments in this place?
Yep, there are. You can peek out, and there's other ones on the ground floor. And actually, this is probably the only one on the ground floor because it's like a sort of communal area. But there's a staircase that leads up towards other apartments.
Is there a mail room?
Yeah, there'd be a mail room. Not a room. There'd be like a set of like stuff on the walls where like little pigeonholes kind of thing.
Cool. I'm gonna look to see if I can find any mail in any of those boxes addressed to anyone by the name of Jack.
Okay, fantastic. Let's get a spot hidden check from both of the twins, and I'd
Big
like a
brain
persuade
Kelly.
check from you, Wesley.
Yeah.
Oof.
274s. How's that?
Okay. So we're going to start with Eddie. Eddie, you don't notice something important, but you do find one of the mailboxes that does have the apartment listed, and it's listed as being an apartment on the 3rd floor, room number 6.
Is it under Sticky Jack?
No, it is under. It's the only Jack. Specifically, It is under. Let me get you.
It's under S.E. Jack.
The Catholic name. One moment.
Also, are you suggesting I should perhaps push that roll?
I'm suggesting nothing, but I'm just telling you at this stage there will be something that you miss. Might not be critical.
I don't want to burn that much luck, but I'm moderately willing to push the roll.
The push condition would be you think you hear something from upstairs and you feel yourself inevitably, unstoppably drawn towards the upper floor as you abandon your friends and bit by bit begin to stroll further and further up towards upper apartments.
I mean, that sounds like a very stupid thing to do.
Yeah, well, don't fail the pushed roll.
Oh no, I'm into it. Fucking hell yeah! I will be inextricably drawn to the upstairs hallway.
Jack Fulton.
Jack Fulton.
I can see why he goes by Sticky.
All right, let's try a push roll on this. Go ahead.
Okay, fantastic. Give me that push roll.
That's good.
Fantastic.
Do I still get drawn to the upstairs because I succeeded? I can never remember how pushed works.
No, you do not get drawn towards the upstairs. Instead, you will notice something, but let's jump back to you in a second as I abandon you once more, instead jumping across to your twin sister. You are looking around and you are, maybe this is Sticky Jack's apartment, whatever it is, it's devastatingly trash. You start peeking in some of the other rooms and looking across the ground, and you realize that there is what looks like trails of like condiments and makeup and food and bits of stuff that look like they've been painted across the ground, like thick vines, and they're all leading into the bedroom. You peek into the bedroom and you see that they converge at a point right above the bed on the ceiling, like a great web of spiders all coalescing and coming together. It's absolutely bizarre. This person is clearly totally lost their marbles, not playing with a full deck of cards, whatever gangster term you'd like to look at. This does take you a minute or two to search through the house. Meanwhile, you are attempting to persuade this woman, talking to her. She occasionally like sort of turns towards you, and it looks like some of your words are starting to get through. It takes you a minute as the kind of sound of the boiling kettle starts to kind of take up, and you keep trying to sticky Jack.
What are you on, woman?
And she starts to tilt her head backwards and forwards. Would either of the two of you like to push your rolls or luck them?
I'm tempted to push things. I don't know how that would be if I'm just like stomping over looking for what they were trying to do here, and perhaps the failure results in, you know, getting condiments and makeup all over myself. I don't know.
What will happen is that you are going to, you know, I think at one point you would be done with this, Wesley. You're not pushing or lucking your roll. You kind of throw your hands up in despair. But Wendy says, give me a minute, goes into the bedroom, and you're kind of stuck awkwardly waiting while Wendy goes searching around in the bedroom. This will cost you time, and it will place you in the bedroom.
Me?
I am okay with
just
this.
Wendy?
No, Wendy.
I will spend some time and be placed up in the bedroom.
Okay, please
That's fine.
push your roll.
I'll sit down on the couch, put my legs up, and I'm just flipping a coin. Ooh,
Okay.
You two are good.
Extreme success. The two of you, as if by, you know, twin telepathy, are linked. And going into the room, you start to spot around in the cupboards and the clothes. No, there is a bunch of women's clothing here that seems to fit the woman that is out in the central room. This appears to be her apartment. Also appears to be like completely insane. Something is wrong. You hear the whistling of the pot again, and with extreme successes, which you both got, you both come in. And Wesley, I would like you to make now a spot hidden or a psychology check.
Psychology, huh? I will go spot hidden. But it. I'm just flipping a coin going, heads!
In which case, so you two come in and spot at the last second this woman, she appears to have finally finished putting together her pot of stuff for the tea, and she picks it up in one hand, and her eyes roll up into her head, revealing just whites, and she turns, she moves with the pot, and in one fluid motion goes to fling boiling water all over Wesley. We are going to proceed to dexterity order. Wesley, you are completely surprised and cannot resist this attack, but your two companions may be able to save you.
I was like, I have my gun like precariously balanced on my knee. I have very little trigger safety, so the safety's off and everything. But I'm just fucking around with my hand as it happens.
Fantastic. I'm very happy to hear this. Can I get... All right, fantastic.
I'll send you mine too, just in case.
Brilliant. Please do.
Well, there they are. Looks like Eddie's up first.
Okay, fantastic. So, Eddie, you are absolutely up first, and you are acting before Marge, the woman, who you would have found her wallet or something in her bedroom. So you've got her name now, Wendy, and you would have seen the label on the letterboxes. Eddie, sorry, and you head forward and you go to you can see that Marge is going to fling this whole pot of boiling water all over Wesley. What would you like to do?
How big is Wesley?
Wesley, how big are you?
Size 60.
I mean, my immediate reaction is to grab the front of his shirt and probably his pants and just try to yank him over the couch.
The back of the couch.
Possibly, yeah, just straight over.
Okay, you can. What you can do is you can essentially give Wesley the ability to dodge the attack, because currently being surprised, Wesley can't make a riposte or dodge check. Right. So you are grabbed and you have your gun up. So you can also choose the riposte if you would like, Wesley, as you now enter into the chaos. And Wendy, you get a move too before anything happens.
Sorry, is that me? I was...
Yes, Wendy.
Yep, Wendy.
Oh, sorry. I thought it was still. I'm hearing Wesley, Wendy, and they're all
Wesley,
molding into
Wendy,
one.
yes, sorry.
I apologize. So I think for my turn, I'm just going to get this this little thing.
All right,
Yeah.
it's locked in there, so you start frantically. You flip.
Well, I was undoing one of the clip just earlier, so it's just one more clip to fling it out and cast the case aside.
Also, if Bugsy Malone has taught me anything, getting fucking shit out of a violin case and murdering people is a pretty quick thing to do.
All right,
It's
make
a
a
trombone case,
firearms
which is
check.
even quicker.
Let's see how we go.
Firearms.
Wait,
all
there's
right.
a gun in there?
Roses go. Yeah. Well, with a hard success, I think you're
Oh, hell
absolutely
yes.
quick enough. You snap everything up, and now I have to understand you are shooting Marge with a shotgun.
I think that would be overreaction. I'll brandish it first to see if that gets reaction.
Okay.
Yeah, just kind of like shoving it towards her. Say, don't.
In which case, you've got the gun out, you're yelling. You can make an intimidate check.
Oh, intimidate? I'm not that intimidating. I don't know. Intimidating seems a bit nonsense to me. I'll just shoot the ceiling.
Okay. And plaster spews out everywhere as you fire a gun. The poor family up above, you think for just a moment, as the sound is deafening in the small space. You are being dragged forward. It is your turn, Wesley. You feel the hand on your shoulder. You're moved. You can see Marge approaching. You've got your gun ready. Your turn is your own as per normal.
So I think as I was like flipping the coin, Wendy suddenly fires into the air and Eddie grabs me. I look up and see the kettle being thrown at me, and I just tumble backwards over the back of the couch and like hit the ground and like cover, like I full prone, immediate cowardice, try to get the fuck out of the fight.
All right,
can I make a dodge roll, or do you want to just?
You can absolutely make a dodge roll. And considering that this is your whole turn, you're not taking an action, and Eddie was helping you, make this with a bonus die.
The gun also like clatters off my knee and onto the ground on the other side where the coin slams on top of it. Parkour. Uh-oh.
Oh no. Okay, so you leap up and go to throw yourself sideways when unfortunately the pot of boiling water comes spewing straight towards you. And let's see how confident our Marge is feeling today.
Come on, miss me. Miss me,
I thought you
no
were saying
hit.
like, come on, miss, as in like, Miss Marge.
Okay.
Oh, that doesn't look good.
That would be a fumble because 96 fumble, but this person does not have a high throw score. And as Marge goes to swing, you like kick off the chair and she stumbles and boiling water falls all over her.
Oh no!
And there is this sudden like horrific singeing, the smell of cooking flesh, blistering pustules form, bright red marks across her body, and she doesn't scream. Instead, she remains with her eyes rolled up in her head, and she starts padding back to the kitchen, her hands fumbling for a kitchen knife. We go back to the top. Eddie, it's your turn.
Right.
Also, seeing someone not react to this, I should have said sanity check from all of you.
Yeah.
Eyes up in the Yeah. Oh my good god, extreme
It's
success.
drugs. I've seen it.
Cool.
You can star an additional item in your backstory, Wesley.
Yippee!
Okay. For a failure at witnessing this, you're just both going to take a single point of sanity loss.
Cool.
Just a tickle, as they say.
I'm going to grab Wesley's gun and then back the fuck up to the door.
All right, you get the gun, you start to back the hell up towards the door. Next along, Wendy.
And I will yell, "Get out!"
All right. Is Wesley got a clear escape route as well?
Yeah, Wesley can back away pretty easily.
All right. In that case, yeah.
Assuming that he's happy to get away from the couch, which he might not be. What would you like to do?
Yeah, in that case, there's a lot of nonsense happening in this apartment, and I don't appreciate that. So I would like to back away toward the door as well.
Okay, you too start rushing back towards the door. Wesley, how are you feeling crouched behind the couch?
Pretty safe here. No, I like reach underneath the couch, like my hand slapping along in the dust and all the crap that gathers under those things. I find my coin, pull it back, stand up, and I go, "You're crazy, lady!" And then I'm gonna run out the door after the other two and slam it shut behind me.
Fantastic. You slam the door shut tight, and you hear on the other side, like, then running footsteps, and then boom, like a hard crack. You can practically hear the sound of a nose shattering as someone runs full force into the door. It doesn't budge. It's a good door.
Did she just try to charge me?
I don't know what we were doing in there. That was a lot of nonsense we didn't need.
I don't respond. I lock the door.
Yeah, you hear a couple of seconds of silence, and then you hear another boom. And then you start to hear the sound of like nails scratching at a door.
What the hell?
If you press your ear against it, you can just hear the sound of fingernails breaking and splinters jamming under them and little bits of it's like horrid, like destroying your hands, scratching against the door.
Well, this is some kind of smack house, right? Like surely it's all like I don't know, like drug users and similar. I mean, it carries it sticky being a place like this, but I mean, it looked nice enough from outside, right?
No, shut up.
While she's putting on a show, let's get to Jack's apartment.
Yeah,
we have an address?
Yeah, 3-6. Come on.
Very good. Well
oh,
done, Eddie.
by the way, his name's Fulton.
Fulton?
Jack Fulton.
That's
Jack
a
and the
dicky
Mission
name.
Fulton. Sticky Jack Fulton is his name.
Oh, yeah, no, sorry, I got mixed up with the Jacob character.
Not
Jacob. Let's go.
As we go up the stairs, I get halfway up the first flight of stairs before patting my pockets, freezing, and go, "Oh shit, I forgot my gun. I forgot my gun downstairs." Oh, thank God. Can I have that back? Much appreciated. Do a cool spin. Reholster.
It doesn't go off, thank God.
The safety's been put on.
Yeah, the safety, because like, Lucky. I am familiar with Lucky.
Yeah.
The safety has been applied. So there's a solid chance that you will try and fire it and realize the safety's on.
It slows down my draw. I just leave it off.
So the collection of you come up the stairs and you're starting to feel a bit more tense. This is clearly a smack house. This is clearly something terrible is happening. You turn round towards the first landing, and then suddenly the walls stretch and morph, and the hallway in front of you extends until it is about a kilometer long.
Fuck.
All of you make sanity checks.
I'm getting a distinct impression this might have been the thing that Jim was telling us not to do, and we've gone and done it.
We're all gonna fucking die.
This was not part of the deal.
I think I've only succeeded on sanity rolls.
And
I've succeeded on every sanity roll.
A D4 on a fail.
Whoomsh.
A what, sorry?
D4.
A 1 on a success?
Yeah.
You're gonna lose me a bird.
I'll take the 1. Thank you very much.
As the collection of you watch ahead of you, you can see that the entire room is just stretched out into the distance, and you can see lines of doors. You turn back around and you see a flat wall. The way behind you is now barred. And as you turn back around, you can see the walls are now moving, morphing. With each step you take, it appears like the apartment is shifting about. The hallway twists and suddenly there's a corner ahead of you and you're heading towards one door. You can see the staircase like shift about. It lines up so it's more like a ladder, and then it twists so it's somehow still going up, but is also upside down, pointing. It hurts your eyes just to look at it. You start to feel like this horrible clawing, like twisting feeling up your spine. Something's really wrong here. There's doors all about.
She must have gassed us with something.
What the fuck is happening in this apartment?
She gassed us with something. It's not really happening. Just keep moving.
There's
I
doors
put
ahead
one
of you,
arm.
or you
I'm trying to like stabilize myself on the walls as we walk forward and just hold myself so my center of balance is held.
I think in this case, Eddie does what Eddie does best, which is go, Wendy, Lucky, safe space, next to. It's just like right behind Wendy. She's being like, there's a gun. Wendy's got no nonsense, and this is nonsense.
This seems
Wendy,
like
make the
nonsense.
nonsense stop. Wendy, make the nonsense stop.
I'm not going to start shooting the walls. It's not happening. She gassed us with something. Just keep moving forward, straight line.
I don't like
Jesus,
it. I don't
my
like
head
it, Wendy,
hurts.
I don't like it.
This is bullshit.
You've come up off the ground floor and you're on the first floor now, and you're beginning to move straight along the hallway, which keeps warping around you as you go. You take steps and you feel like you're walking through quicksand. You step again, you feel like you're walking on ice. Everything is shifting and you can hear bizarre noises. Doors occasionally come into focus. Sometimes they're slightly ajar, inviting you in. Are you tempted to glance through any of the doors, or do you keep straight ahead towards the staircase at the other end?
We know that Sticky's not on this floor, right? He's on the third.
Third floor.
Wait, are we on the third floor?
No,
We're
you're on
like
the
the
first.
second. Oh, the first.
Jesus
Come off the ground, you're on the
Christ.
first floor.
You're muted, Jack.
You're muted.
All right. I was going to jump in with something nerdy. I believe the American system has the
One
ground
is
as the
one
first
is the
floor.
ground.
Yeah, oh, well, in which case, Jack is on the fourth floor.
Ah, you bastard.
We've been tricked. We've been foisted. All
right, let's just
do
keep
not want
going.
to look at anything else. Yeah, let's just try and get the hell through this.
I currently have the Royale with cheese conversation going in the back of my head, just a propos of nothing.
Oh, fantastic. You continue forward. You can hear sobbing coming from one door. From the next, you can hear this strange, like a whistling, like sound. Like this sort of pulse that hurts your ears as you go, forcing yourself forward. You get
Will you
to the
shut up?
staircase. You yell back and it just intensifies. You get up and you force yourself up the next set of stairs, which seem to twist and blur. The apartment is holding true. It's just your perceptions. You tell yourself over and over again as you come up, this time reaching the third floor, moving across the hallway now to the other end where the staircase leads up. As you force yourself forward again and again and again. Another door appears. This time from behind it, you can hear a strange sucking sound. And then this kind of loud scrape from the other side of the door. But you keep going. Just before you reach the end of the corridor, one more door appears, and it appears to have nothing, unusual about it. But from the other side, you become incredibly certain as you pass by it is the end of the universe, and you don't know why you know that, but it is. Up the stairs.
I Art have an overwhelming desire to go and look at the end of the universe. Eddie's not gonna do that.
No,
I
it's not
would
smart.
love to. I'd love to be like, ooh, that's what entropy looks like.
Neat.
Cool. Yeah.
But nay. Instead, you continue up the stairs, twisting around until at last you're on the fourth floor. You stagger through. Up here, you feel like you're reaching the epicenter of the strangeness. All the other doors in the hallway seem to have dissolved. You can only just see the one at the front, labeled with the large 6, as you force yourself forward towards Jack's apartment, staggering further, closer as your hand reaches out towards the door. You want to head inside?
Yes.
Okay.
I have my gun out again.
You all share a glance of each other one last time before you burst through. How are each of you taking this weirdness? Is anyone hyperventilating? Is anyone completely silent? Is anybody twitching? Tell me what you look like.
I like hyperventilating. Got to get some fresh oxygen in there from whatever the Marge gassed us with. That's all you got to do. Just got to get it out of your system. I got this under control. I can will myself. I can will the drug out of my system.
Eddie is flipping a unlatched butterfly knife rapidly between his fingers, not as a like calming focus. Essentially, like the that thing that you do, except in like would be flipping a coin, except it is an unsheathed knife.
Fantastic. I love it.
Going a bit.
Wesley keeps on taking his hat off, running his hand through his hair with the gun, like just holding it at an angle, and continues to natter the whole way up about, what we just gotta find him, and then as soon as we find the dagger or whatever's in there, we'll deal with that, move on, on and on, find Jacobs. It'll all be done. It'll all be good.
Fantastic. In which case, you push open the door, shuddering, and step through into a room that defies all logic, just like the hallway outside. It appears
consistent, at least.
Yeah, exactly. It appears to condense as if the room all shudders through to a single point at the back where the ceiling is only an inch off the floor. It is filled with debris, and there are the outlines of two bodies, as if they were chalk outlines, but filled in and done with powder, blasted through. To one side, you can see a door that must lead to a bedroom, and on the other, there is a small open doorway that leads to a bathroom, and you can hear agonized sobbing from inside the bathroom, just broken tears of a man's voice. You stand in the middle of the room, feeling everything shudder and morph and twist and move around you.
Okay, we want the dagger, we want the books, and someone needs to go see if that's sticky.
I'm gonna get the guy.
You tear off towards the bathroom. What are the other two of you doing?
I'm going with my sister.
All right. Okay. You joining them, Wesley?
Looks like I'm the investigator. No, I'll try and find the dagger. I'm gonna start going through closed drawers and things, looking for just any evidence and sundry.
Make a spot hidden check.
You got it. Shoo. Zip. I'm more than willing to spend 1 point to make that a hard, and I can be tempted further if it's useful.
You do not need to. That is quite all right. You basically are able to determine that what is in the room is not particularly interesting. It's all in the bathroom. And you join the others very quickly. Because as you come through at the far end of the bathroom, and it is, linen tiles everywhere, and there is just blood soaking the floor. You can see this man, he's filthy, he's matted with dried blood, and he's crouched in the corner, and he's holding clutched against him this knife and a sheaf of papers and a scroll clutched in the other hand, and he's rocking back and forth, and he sees you come in. He turns towards you and he says, kill me, I can't make it stop, kill me. As he holds up his hands, you can see that he's slit his wrists, but it appears to have not done anything. His face is pale, his throat has also been cut, and he keeps screaming, kill me, help. Make a sanity check.
Yeah.
Does this person match the description of Sticky?
This person matches the description of Sticky Jack. In fact, you've drunk with him once. You recognize Sticky.
I have succeeded in such a sanity check.
Okay, succeeded in such a sanity check.
I don't think you have. That's my role.
Damn it! I still can't read Wendy and Wesley. Where?
Look for the 2 words and the 1 in the.
Yeah.
Where's mine? Is that mine at the top? Oh, yeah. No.
One that
failed. So I guess it's just Wesley has succeeded.
Fantastic. In which case,
I'm taking this real good.
Can I get a D6 from both of the fails?
Let's go.
A single dice, single point from the successes. The success, rather.
Not go temporarily insane.
It's close.
No bout of madness yet.
Although I'm getting close to indefinite. Hey.
Yeah.
Really?
What, already?
Yeah, I started with 50, so 50% of that's 10.
Yeah, 10.
And I've lost,
I started with 45.
6.
How are you looking?
I'm all good. I've only lost 4 so far.
Okay, fantastic. In which case, Jack continues to, he's still there, he's still screaming, he's still yelling, kill me, kill me. You can feel the kind of walls twisting around you, and in your head, you start to hear a strange piping noise, an interminable, loud flutes, discordant music going up and down. It is quite literally a music from beyond. Something that drove an investigator insane upon hearing it in a previous campaign that we played on this stream. And it is around you once more. The piping, the piping. What would you like to do?
We've got our old Buzzy Azathoth. Hey, friend.
As I stand in the doorway, I'll point at him. I'll go, that's him. That's Stiggy. But the other two are in front of me.
Help! I can't stop it. I can't stop it.
This is entirely too much nonsense for Wendy. She is inclined to follow Sticky Jack's instructions to the letter.
What do you want to do, Wendy?
I want to put a shotgun in his face.
All right, you hold up a shotgun towards him.
Hey! We were supposed to bring him back.
Please!
I'm doing what he says.
Yeah, we don't work for him, though. We work for the Hammer, remember? And we're going to get hammered if he doesn't come back.
He doesn't care. We'll bring his body back. He wants to die. I want him to die. This is too much nonsense for one apartment.
You can't just kill the guy. We don't even know what's happening here. He's clearly, we're all delusional. We're high as shit. When we sober up, we're going to have a dead fucking body and whatever this mess is. Do not kill that guy.
Eddie, deciding vote.
Wendy, kill him.
Jesus
Pull the
fucking
trigger.
Christ, Eddie, we're all gonna get hammered.
Yeah, we're gonna get hammered.
I hate to break it, just want to remind you, I did ask him if it was alright if we killed the bastard, and he said kill him if you needed to.
I need to kill him. I kill him.
Hell yes.
Kill him if you need to.
I cover my ears and go, oh, fucking hell.
There is an enormous, you're in a bathroom, a deafening blast in the closed space. And the full force of a shotgun slams straight into Jack, blows sections of his torso off, his jaw off, and he goes, "Ah!" and keeps screaming. It doesn't kill him. It just causes untold agony. Make another sanity check.
Shoot him again! Fucking shoot him again!
I'm laughing, but
holy shit! Oh, fuck!
Oh!
Fantastic.
No!
Yes! I succeeded everyone, and now I'm gonna fucking snap.
All right, fantastic. You shoot this man with a shotgun, it blows half of his body off, and it doesn't kill him. He can't die, you're just torturing him. He's screaming in agony. For failures, I want, I'm trying to decide between a D4 and a D6. I think we're gonna go a D6.
I'm
All
inside.
right, brilliant. In which case, 6 is on a loss, and a single on a success.
And worse for Wesley at a fumble?
I take max.
The full 6.
Oh, the full 6. Oh, okay, gotcha. All right, it's just a D6 for Wendy. She's still good. No bout of madness.
Fucking
not
hell,
temporarily insane yet.
Oh my god. So you're standing, trembling with the shotgun. Meanwhile, what about the other two of you? Definitely we've got at least a bout of madness.
Do I need to do the intelligence circuit?
Yes, make an intelligence check.
I'm alright.
Fantastic. There you go. So you haven't triggered a bout yet.
I have fucking lost it though. So as Wendy shoots them once, I just start screaming like, fucking shoot him again!
You can whip out your gun and start piling bullets into this guy if you would like.
Actually, if there's no clear thing, I'm gonna start moving towards him and go, shut up! Just fucking shut up! And I'm gonna grab like a towel. We're in the bathroom and like just try and put it over his mouth. And I don't like the screaming. Shut the fuck up!
There's not much of his jaw left, but you jam a towel against it.
I'm just trying to stop him from talking.
Soaks red. He keeps trembling. You can see the notes and the papers fall to the ground, covered with like translations and ancient scrolls, all this information. The dagger flops to one side as he, continues to flail, kind of weakly pushing up against you. Your gun is smoking. What are the other two of you doing? This man won't die.
I'm grabbing the knife and the book and the papers, and I'm shoving them in somewhere, and I'm getting out of here.
Okay, you grab everything you can, you start floating through, shoving it into your coat, leaving blood stains, but at this stage, you just don't care. You spin around on your heel and you start to make towards the door. Is anyone stopping you or going with you?
Wendy!
I'm inclined to have one more shot, just to make sure. Just to make sure. Can I shoot him again?
I'm gonna be like, Wendy, there is less nonsense outside.
All right. I will flee with my brother.
All right. You turn, and the collection of you start to run, sprinting out towards the door. Wesley, you see them leaving. You're holding the towel against this guy's face.
Get the fuck back here!
The two of you turn and you run outside. And as you get towards the door and burst through, the hallway lengthens, stretches, twists into infinity. The staircase disintegrates, and you hear the piping grow louder as if laughing at you. You're trapped here. You're not getting out. And as the world spins about, you start to see stars in your vision before you stagger back into the room. I will need a final sanity check from the two of you before you re-emerge into this hellscape, this locked room where there is nothing but the screaming man who cannot die. Oh, fantastic. So those both of you who failed, take a D2.
As I'm like standing like with I'm holding the blanket or the towel over Sticky so he can't talk, or so I can try and get him to shut up as much as possible. But I'm saying to him, I'm going, Sticky, what the fuck did you do? What the fuck is happening here? And how the fuck do we get it to stop? And then if he seems to do any sounds, I'll like peel the towel back. So it's like I can see his like mangled jaw and it's all fucked up.
Yeah, he's pretty nonsensical and you can't hear him well now. He is saying something like, the text, the dagger, help, kill me.
Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck, I'm gonna be sick. I'm gonna be fucking sick.
Around you, the walls start to morph and they start to twist further. They start to sort of slowly kind of condense and crackle inwards, as if, the intense distress that Jack is feeling is twisting and destabilizing things faster, quicker. You've got these papers on you. Otherwise, you could shoot him again. That seemed to work. I'll tell you, Jackson, if you shoot him in just the right way, there is a way to stop all this.
Regardless of my turn, I've just tipped into a temporarily insane.
Oh, fantastic. In which case,
indefinite? Did you hit your fifth?
Yeah. What's the difference? I get it mixed up. I've hit 9. I've lost 9 sanity out of 45.
So you are just indefinitely insane. No intelligence check. So can you please roll for me 1d10?
I thought I'd get an intelligence check.
I don't think you do on indefinite.
I don't know. I don't know.
It's the bout of madness that you get the intelligence check. I can't remember if this technically triggers a bout of madness or if it's a separate thing. I think we've ruled it as separate previously.
I think it's a separate thing.
All right, lucky 7.
Lucky number 7. All right. So
Eddie can't be far behind. Holy shit.
While I get up what the 7 value is, can I please get your what are the other two of you doing? What's your plans?
I am not that clever, but I might be clever enough. I'm gonna start trying to work out what this ritual is and how exactly we can go about stopping it, because fuck this noise.
Yeah, that's absolutely. So you're going to start frantically going through the papers? Yep. All right, you start scanning through them as quickly as you can, and indeed, that does seem to be the ticket. You can see scrawled across again and again in the translations is the same bizarre text. It looks like a set of ritualistic words, and you can see repeated again what looks like an arcane spell. And as you read them, you feel like a tension in the back of your head. This does appear to be it. Your option has been flee and panic, by the way, Wendy. So on your turn, you will attempt to flee. You have the papers, Eddie. You are still standing by Wesley. We will go back up. We are effectively in combat now. I would like to know, first of all, Eddie, it's your turn. What would you like to do?
So there's a ritual.
There's like what looks like the words of a spell.
Do I should I be reading this spell, or should I be doing something to stop the spell, is what I like, or do I not yet know?
Make an intelligence test.
Okay. Clever enough.
Okay.
Clever enough.
Okay. You can say the translations appear to be telling you to say this. Utter it. Say the words, and all shall be made right.
Cool, I'm gonna chant some fucking ritual shit.
Okay, you step back and you start chanting at the top of your lungs. I'm going to send you through a ritual. We're going to jump back to Wendy in just a second because Wendy is insane. Seeing your companions start to either run or chant the words to an ancient spell. By the way, the spell will make Jack start to sort of twist and react. It's clearly doing something. What is your plan going to be, Wesley?
My plan.
Yes.
I see Eddie getting all the papers out and the dagger and shit, and I think I freak out, like pace for a moment, so holding the gun, and then I run over and I go, okay, all right, let's fucking do this, whatever this is. I'll try to assist Eddie.
Okay, fantastic. In which case, from the two of you, can I please get your best impression of the following terrible ritual?
We cannot coordinate over Zoom. It will sound awful.
That's fair enough. In which case, how about you just do it, Eddie?
All right. Fistorum edda regelis monad condor fatang ai mulcund eta vorus yon vobis ai acolo siastaza toroth ai yilingu finiti mortis thang ai condor mortis idi ai.
That was really good. Well done.
Yeah, that
You
was
didn't fucking stumble.
Please.
Gobbledygook is a thing that I can't like speak a lot of languages, but if you give me it in like and an accent and the vague combination of sounds, I'm good. I am good.
Meanwhile, your option is flee in panic. Wendy.
Yeah. Is there a fire escape?
There is a fire escape, and there is also a door to the bedroom. I will let you pick which one.
If I have to flee in terror, then the fire escape is will do what it says in the tin. So that's
okay,
what I'm trying to do.
In which case, you sprint straight towards the fire escape, and you throw yourself through the window and basically get out, get out. You're not thinking at this stage. Can I get you to make a jump check?
As Wendy goes running, I go, Jesus Christ, we're 4 stories up.
Okay, fantastic. And you're yelling, we're 4 stories up. And just as the last syllables, Thana Condor Mortis Ida Ai comes through, all of a sudden at once, Jack goes, and he shudders and collapses. And the walls stop spinning. And suddenly everything is normal. And then there's the sound of breaking glass as Wendy goes through the window.
Wendy!
There's a fire escape, right? There is a fire.
Yes,
I didn't just jump through a window.
You might want to use those 21 points, mate.
Would you like to spend 21 points of luck, or could I just do in pushing it?
Is there a staircase on the other side of this window I've just jumped through or not?
So you'll only take a little bit of damage.
Fantastic. Yeah, no, if it's not going to kill me outright, I'm all good.
Okay, we won't kill you outright. You have jumped out a window onto a dodgy fire escape. Take a d6.
Oh my goodness, a d6? I've been rolling really low on my d6s for sanity up till now, so I'm going to roll super high.
Yep, there you go.
Crunch. What's your total health?
13, so 1 off a major wound.
Okay, you land on the ground, everything hurt, kind of ow, but it does seem, for a moment, everything is quiet. Bit by bit, you go to catch your breath. Your bout of madness will fade very shortly, Wendy. Your friends will be able to catch you. Upstairs, what are you gonna do? What's the plan?
That was fucking magic. That was a spell. You were chanting fucking gobbledygook arcane shit and the walls stopped spinning. He wasn't dying and Wendy just tried to jump out a window. That was fucking wizard shit.
Wesley!
Fucking wizard shit.
Got the dagger.
Okay, yeah. We got the dagger, we got the fucking body, we got the papers. Job's fucking done. We gotta, I'm gonna wrap this dude in a fucking towel. We'll bring him with him.
All right.
Make sure your sister didn't fucking die.
We can get out this way.
Wendy!
You're welcome.
I'm gonna yeah, I'm gonna pack up the papers and like shove them back in my wherever I have to carry things, and I'm gonna slot the dagger in my belt, and I'm gonna like run to the window.
You're grabbing the papers and the scrolls and the dagger, and you're darting out. You grab a bunch of towels and a bed sheet and bundle this guy as best you can and put him over.
As I'm grabbing him, I'm going like, Jesus fucking Christ, Sticky, what the hell is this shit? And I'm just dragging him behind me towards the window.
Did Wendy leave her case, her trombone case in the lounge room? Because if so, I'm putting all of the shit in there.
I don't know. Tell
Yeah,
me.
for sure. We'll just drop the case where it stood, but I'm still holding the
Great. I
shotgun.
will shove everything in the case. Latch
Don't
it
put that back
closed.
in your mouth, Dave. We all saw that.
I dropped it on the book.
All right.
Okay. And
I've
the
dropped it
collection
several times on the book. And there
That's all
again.
right then.
dart down the stairs and make your escape. Wow. So there is a lot that can go wrong in the fantastic scenario Miss Jews. There are interesting people that lurk around in the shadows. You never met Jacob Smith and learnt the details because you went straight to the apartment and you went tearing through. This is one of those times when I am expecting something to last for a lot longer than it usually does.
Nothing stopping us still going after the fuckers.
Yeah, there's not, because like we
Exactly.
were told that we needed to find out who this guy was.
I ain't
like,
fucking
to
done.
report in,
Fuck this
so-
dude.
Excellent, because there are still sinister things on the horizon. So there is plenty to wrap up. And as the collection of you dart out onto the street with a body, with no ride, and a house that has just had a bunch of chaos and gunshots in it, lights coming up, you can almost hear the police sirens in the distance. You are sure there is going to be a very angry Jacob Smith. You're going to have to do a lot of thinking about how you get in contact with O'Leary, the Hammer. We will put the session to an end there, and we will jump back to resolve things. The initial stage of the threat may be done, but Jacob Smith has plans, and the court of Azathoth is only ever
The what?
a few moments away.
The who?
Thank you so much.
Hell
Excellently done.
yeah.
I got to cast the spell on stream and say the word.
Fucking gangster shit. That was tight as hell.
That was great. Brilliant. Thank you so much to the audience for watching. Thank you very much to the cast for playing. Thank you again to Roll20 and to Sirenscape, fantastic tools which we use to improve our games. Remember, you can get this scenario from the Keep a Screen pack for Call of Cthulhu 7th edition. It comes with 2 scenarios, this and another one called Blackwater Creek, as well as a bunch of player aids and reference sheets, and of course a lovely fold-out sheet. You can get that from chaosium.com or your friendly local game store. We'll be back next week, and you can catch us on YouTube. And yeah, I think that's about it. Thanks very
God
much,
bless.
everybody.